Vance Joseph did enough to save his job. Well, at least for now, anyway. So, the Denver Broncos defense throughout the first 3.5 quarters of this game was incredibly frustrating to watch. They made me want to absolutely rip my hair out. It was the same soft shell, too high zone coverage that has been picked apart throughout the last 3 weeks by all of our opponents, man. The Raiders picked it apart in week 1. Sam Howell and the Commanders picked it apart in week 2. And then Miami just spammed the middle of the field in week 3 with Tyreek Hill and picked apart that coverage. And they exposed us in the run defense as well. And it was looking like pretty much the same thing for the Chicago Bears throughout this one. Khalil Herbert went over 100 yards on the ground. Justin Fields, man, was lighting us up through the air. He did not have an incomplete pass in the first half except for the Hail Mary on the last play of the first half. Justin Fields, man, who has really struggled in the passing game throughout most of his career, managed to put up his first 300-yard passing game. But to the credit of Vance Joseph and the Denver Broncos defense, they did see that they were getting absolutely gashed by one of the worst passers in the NFL through the air, and they actually did make some adjustments. In the final part of the third quarter, they really started to turn things up a little bit, and they started to call a lot more press man coverage, especially with Pat Surtain on DJ Moore, and that made a big difference. It helped Fields hesitate a little bit more on his reads, and he made a couple of mistakes. Obviously, the strip sack fumble by Nick Benito that led to the Jonathan Cooper scoop and score, that was the play that really changed things for us. The Kareem Jackson interception. Chicago certainly shot themselves in the foot on that very questionable fourth down call where they had a chance to get a first down and basically kneel on it, kick a field goal, and end the game there in the fourth quarter. So that was one that you could definitely say was a questionable call by Chicago, but a good job stopping it by Denver. Vance Joseph was a lot more aggressive. He didn't have as many light fronts up front. He trusted his DBs to be able to win out on the edge, and they did that for the most part in the final part of the game, and it allowed Denver to get back into this game and ultimately win this game. So Vance Joseph at the end of the day did do enough to save his job in this one. The next couple of weeks are going to be super big tests for the Denver Broncos. We've got the Jets coming into town. Obviously, there's plenty to go around with that game with all the stuff that Sean Payton said. Zach Wilson actually looked really, really good tonight in the game against the Kansas City Chiefs. So if Zach Wilson plays at that level, this defense could be in for another long day. And with playing press man coverage, the Jets do have some more weapons that can expose that. But at the same time, the soft shell coverage clearly was not working, and Vance Joseph saw that and made some necessary adjustments. So hats off to you, Vance. It's better later than never. We'll see what happens over these next couple of weeks if they can continue to adjust well to what their opponents do with the Jets. We've got the Chiefs, then we've got the Packers, and the Chiefs again. So that's going to be a very difficult stretch for our secondary. Hopefully we can get Justin Simmons back into the fold. But again, man, Vance Joseph, at least for this week, did enough to save his job. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts on the overall defensive performance. Let me know how you felt we were able to adjust, especially in that second half. And do you feel like Vance Joseph should be safe at least for now? I mean, you're obviously not going to fire him after getting a win, but still, man, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section below. I would love to hear from you as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.